going to do the camera on me? No, he's not. Damn. Hey, welcome back. It's We Are Live. We're live from Midcoast Studio in Grand Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Kicking ass all day long, and even more with the now two-armed Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital. Congrats on getting rid of the sling, my man.
Ow, that hurt.
Okay, that's
Relax.
we've overexerted him.
We're not covering that. Hey.
We've got Travis Terrell and the Stream Queen, Chris Gardner, running the show. His camera's out, so we won't be seeing him today when the nameplate isn't up for Dr. Ed.
I'm about to say, who's Dr.
He
Ed?
will
I got
be.
a picture,
I'm
though.
not sure
He
who's
will
one. There
be.
he is.
Represented by the aged Chris Gardner photo.
It is so good how accurate that photo is.
Again, one of the first investors at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville is that future you.
I ran Jurassic Park.
That is such a, oh, it's so eerie. Have you sent it to the folks at Jurassic Park?
No, it's not a real thing.
Where do you get one of those jackets? I want one.
Oh, you don't know what you got yourself
boy,
into.
you didn't open up a brand
That's
new.
the Carte Blanche logo,
Yeah.
and we do have T-shirts available through Buy Jack. Gardner, can you explain what Dr. Ed just asked to join in?
Carte Blanche is the movement I created and lobby for currently.
Curated by.
Yeah. That is to bring bullpen carts back to Major League Baseball. So we have a logo and everything, and yeah, we do have shirts. I had patches made and contacted someone who was able to help me out and got one put on a jacket to make it look real classy, like, and everything too.
And that looks like a great clip shot too. Where did you take this
No,
photo?
you meant to say glamour shots.
Glamour shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember those in the mall?
At the Crestwood Mall?
They had one
Where
in
did
the
people do glamour shots?
Northwest
Remember those?
Plaza. They had those.
Depends on where you live.
Everybody was doing those for a while.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what
okay.
was
Travis, it was Northwest Plaza.
Okay.
Me, it was Mid Rivers Mall.
Wow.
Chris,
Well, when we would go to the city,
Uh-huh.
we'd have a meal at Red Lobster in Lindbergh, South County, and then the South County Mall.
Okay,
and then
South County Mall.
get back before it gets too dark.
So what was the moment in time where the glamour
The-
shots
the
people
sun.
went, ah, shit, that's a wrap?
Yeah, we've done.
What
it.
was the shit, that's a wrap, Mom? Was it?
when filters could be put on pictures that you
No,
take
it was
yourself?
sort of.
No,
it
I
had
think
to
it was.
been,
I
like,
think it was the
disposable
cameras.
cameras.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that
People
ruin
got a real
glamour shot?
attitude. People got real cocky.
Which is interesting because like Kodak took out the game. So all right, so Kodak took out a lot of mom and pop shops, and then Kodak got taken out of the game. Then when Instagram and
It's all over.
cell phones became a thing, that's fascinating.
Here we are.
And here we are,
And here I am.
Lord.
The carte blanche coat on.
Did Travis's parents take him to get great clips for under the table family photos?
No, we didn't. I never did glamour shots, and I don't think I even knew anyone in my family who did glamour shots. And we didn't do great clips because you knew it wasn't a real barbershop because it was advertised on television.
Thank you.
That's when you knew it was like, I can't get my hair cut there because you have a commercial ad. So you're probably not good.
We did photos at J.C. Penney.
Oh,
Well, yes, we did that when I was younger. Yes, we did do those.
where'd you take your kids, Dr. Ed?
I actually have a really good friend who
Oh,
is a photographer, so
probably did a really good job.
yeah, he actually did the glamour shots too for a while too.
Nice.
I mean, not of our family, but
Well, I'd
yeah.
like to see you in some sparkles and a lot of makeup.
I was almost
Big bangs.
I was asked to possibly be a child model. when
Oh,
I was
here we
younger.
Oh,
go.
wow.
This is-
No,
okay.
seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you woke up or what?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. You're an ugly kid.
When I was 4,
You were adorable when you were 4.
I had like not wavy hair, but like just bleached blonde hair.
Oh, my.
And like a
Why did you
sailor
Why did you say
outfit.
it like that?
I'll have to try and find the photo for you. maybe.
Okay. You look like you would be an adorable child.
I was a
I would
good
probably
looking
kidnapped
kid.
you. I would probably
I was a
kidnap
very
Is
good
this
looking
the,
kid.
is this the Clint Howard thing?
you. Oh, come on.
Adorable with that bear in that movie.
Let me see. I'm gonna try and find this photo.
Jesus, help us.
That makes sense. I went to a place in our town called Photo Magic. Magic was spelled with a K, and the guy was super friendly, big smile, and he weirded all of us out. But looking back, just a friendly guy who owned a business.
Was he? Where is he
was.
now?
Nice guy.
Did-
Hey,
Doing
locked
five
up.
doing 5 to 10.
I'm about
Yeah.
to say, was he
Yes.
transferred by
Yeah.
a particular church?
Yeah, I mean, just don't worry about it. But I
mean,
wouldn't ask too
that-
many questions.
Why? And what was the cultural fascination with family photos?
Man, I have Awkward Family Photos contacted me on Instagram and asked if they could put it in one of their calendars one of me and my brother and maybe our karate gis or something. But it's ridiculous. Like
Because I think it's
it
funny,
was
the
so
same
of the
generation.
time.
Well, it's funny because the same generation that makes fun of selfies, you literally dressed your child up,
Yeah.
drove across town.
Like your kid was like Payne Stewart
Right.
at the Masters.
You
Yeah.
literally, you drive across town and you got this creeper of an individual who has the storefront right next to the Domino's, and you took
Yeah.
pictures with your family, yet you see a bunch of 14-year-olds with selfies in that same generation. Look at you kids. That's all you. You literally,
Right.
you took us to pedophiles' houses to take family portraits.
Are you talking directly to your
I'm
mom
just
right now? or-
hypothetically, those are
Okay.
stories I've read. But yeah, I've just never because that was, and maybe it's the Stranger Things season. I'm just seeing so much nostalgia from the old malls
Yeah.
because malls were really a thing for a long time, and now they're not a thing at all.
At Hillside, we've kind of gotten away from it. We got away from it last year, but we always took a picture of all the staff. And we had sometimes we had themes, and sometimes we did funny stuff, and we have clients who literally have every one of those from over the years.
Wow.
They tell us that. And I mean, and when we look back at them, I mean, looking at the haircuts of people that, and how we dress,
Exactly.
and how young we looked, it's pretty funny.
The confidence we had, especially in the 80s and 90s, when it came to just our look. We had some. What was was it because we're coming out of the Cold War? We had this weird confidence, we're number one.
There's a
so
picture-
we're gonna dress it because no one can tell us different.
There's a picture of me when I'm like 2 or 3 helping my dad wash the car. My dad, in his 20s at the time, he's just out there in a pair of short bicycle shorts, looking like a damn 70s model, 80s model, with sunglasses, like the confidence.
The confidence.
And he looked great. Look back. Plenty of people think about it. I think about that, and I'm like, Mom, you wore a sweat, like
Yes.
aqua shorts and
Yes.
a Minnie Mouse shirt to the store.
Yes.
In front of people.
Yes.
And you probably thought you were hot shit.
Yes. So it blows me away about this generation. I'm sorry, Doc Ted, but your generation owes us an apology. You guys started all of this. You guys were
Yeah.
on the path of,
You supported glamour shots.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, it was your generation that began.
You
glamour
made this.
shots.
You
You
made this.
created us. Yes.
Don't look at me.
Now be careful. You know what he does when something's problematic and it's a little too sick for its own good. He'll put us down, man. You gotta watch it. Gardner, did you find a photo?
I did. I'm trying to get it loaded up.
Load up your photo.
Oh.
I sent you an email.
I got it.
Oh, doctor.
Oh, no.
We can throw it to that too.
I'm not, but I think of that might even the older generation, my dad, and
Uh-huh.
all the little old Italian men on the hill wearing their,
Yes.
lack of a better term, wife beater.
Right,
I'm
right.
Sure, because I
Chains?
still wear those.
Right.
And I never forget a friend from vet school, didn't know me from Adam, but when we first started, and we're in the locker room, we're getting ready for anatomy lab, and he said, "You're from the hill." I'm like, but I will not go outside in one of those in shorts and black socks. My dad,
That's
My
disappointing.
dad used to.
If you go to and this is a compliment. If you go to the Bocce Club, the fact that a Bocce Club exists on the hill, you been to this?
Yeah, I have actually.
It's unbelievable.
intense, yeah.
They have stained glass with photos of people playing
Yeah,
Bocce.
it's pretty intense.
It's very amazing. But the men that'll show you around that take it real serious are straight out of central casting for an Italian neighborhood man over 60. It's amazing. It's pretty fantastic.
You want some photos?
Oh boy.
What do you have?
God help
Here's
us.
the one you
Brought to you
sent
by
me.
Hillside.
Shut your face.
Wow.
Oh my God. That is. Oh my God.
Look at that form.
Oh my God.
Look at
oh
that
my
form.
God.
Look at that form.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, if Dave wasn't pissed before, he is today.
My little brother's 6 months old in that photo.
I'm not even joking at all. Wait, did you just say your brother? I just got that. You son of a Dave! I was not a part of that joke.
He was 5 years
Chris,
old.
I kid you not. This is going up on the BuyJack shop.
Wow.
by the end of the week.
You want that on a T-shirt?
This is a T-shirt. We're
Wow.
putting this on the Buy Jack shop.
Show me you wash the car.
Oh my God! Look at Chris's facial expression.
You know what I had to do to get that belt?
Glorious! I love everything about this.
I had
He
to
looks
work
so emo in
Chris
there.
is so emo. I guess I could.
I
I guess I could defend myself.
could not have been more than 7 years old. My uncle was like kickboxing. I had to go with the adults, man.
I ain't gonna lie, Chris.
I had to get my ass beat. For
I
that.
won't. This will be the.
Probably got my first concussion right before this was taken.
I want this shirt in the worst way, and this will
How
be
great
sold
is
in
that
the shop.
background?
That's beautiful. I don't know what I don't. Here's the beauty about
Do you want
this.
that? Do you want that right cross from that form, pal?
I don't.
If we're on
I
the
now see
playground,
it-
we're on the playground. You want that?
I used to be like, man, I don't know about your athletic prowess, Chris. But now seeing this photo,
Yeah.
I apologize.
I was
for
wiring.
questioning you.
Look how that gi
Look
fits
at
on
that
me.
look. I don't know.
That's right.
Okay, so pick your favorite part of this photo because as much as
Why
I
did
love,
they make David sit down?
It's David's face.
It is David's face. Is it not? It is so David's face. And I don't. Oh, that's gonna be my screenshot. That's
no.
my avatar on social media.
It's Chris. Look at Chris's bottom.
Yes,
half.
look at
he's doing that. He's doing that little. He's doing that little Morpheus thing. From
Yes.
come here. I can't say it like
It's
come here.
and it's the head tilt. It's the head tilt. Like, Mom, how many more shots is this guy gonna take?
The background is our boy Kelvin out in Southern California's favorite. Yeah, it has to be.
It
yeah.
is. Oh, that is so. Why have you hid this glory from us, and why is this not a poster inside
so
our office?
I can find the DM. Awkward family photos. I tagged them in it.
They
And
should.
They hit
should.
me up and
You
asked
got
if they
to.
could put it in
Let
the
'em,
thing.
man. Let 'em do
and
it.
I was like, yeah. What's the compensation? I want Terrence
Oh,
Terrell on
you're
him.
that smart man.
Knowing full well
They
I
weren't
ain't,
gonna
I
be
ain't
able to
shit.
write.
And I'm sure it was an intern that hit me up.
Right.
But after I was like, what's compensation like that on? And they didn't say anything.
I didn't
else.
reply.
So here's the one I was referencing about.
Oh
me.
boy, now we're gonna add another one to the rotation. Oh my God!
All right.
Oh my God!
All right.
She's adorable.
Oh my God!
The veterinarian just roasted your ass.
Scarlett Johansson is so adorable.
Oh my gosh.
What a beautiful baby.
Yeah. Who would-
Okay, that's a beautiful ass baby.
Oh,
That is
wow.
a beautiful ass baby.
Your
and
parents-
that absolutely should have been on my. Look at that delightful baby. That is not you. Who is this child?
That is me.
That's a deep fake.
That is me.
That's a deep fake. That's a Macaulay Culkin.
Grandma picked out that sailor outfit. I had that blonde hair and those blue eyes.
Look
and
how this is the Gardner we
this
know.
This is why my dad likes to say, "You used to be such a good kid."
Yeah. yeah.
Oh.
What? And this is why.
And then that's when I would shoot back. You scared me with Catholicism. That's
Just
why.
say, man, look at that adorable child. You are
Triang-
Zach Morris.
Triangle
you are
Assassin
so
wants to
adorable.
know if you already had gray hair in the photo.
Great temples on the side.
Black Sheep wanted to let everybody know that Colton Tum Tum from Three Ninjas from my photo did not age well. My buddy Adam and I used to fight over who got to be Rocky or Colton.
This is
That's it,
outstanding. I don't. Dave.
See that bottom fist is.
And then this will turn into.
Oh God.
this.
Oh God. Ah man, see what happened with.
Hey, throw back to my photo, please. I'm seeing Dr. Ed. Let's see if I can recreate that. So the guy obviously told me look tough, and my look tough was apathy.
But it's it's really a balance between your toughness
It's just who I am.
and Dave's focus.
Yeah.
Dave is so focused, right? And he's dead as serious. And I'm like, here's my first thought, because Dave's a big kid. You don't need karate. You're a big kid. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you, man.
What color is that belt you're wearing there, Chris?
Orange.
Orange. Okay.
It's an orange belt. What's that mean?
It means I had to kick some kids in the face, man.
You ate the most spaghetti.
Had to get a couple. Had to get a couple trophies, pal.
To get an orange belt?
Oh man.
Did
Had to
you
get
break some
kicked to
wood?
the head.
Dr. Ed, you ever take karate?
Nope, never did.
Can we get some Dr. Ed child photos in here?
No, they did. They just
Should
played.
we throwback Wednesdays or something?
Yeah.
Everybody bring
Now
in
we're
an
talking.
Yeah,
author?
let's do it.
All
All
Let's
right,
do
next
it.
week. All
All
right.
right, let's do that. Yeah.
All right, I'll remember.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. This is gonna be good because
fun.
that.
Dr. Head,
I'm so upset now after seeing that photo. Now I see this. I'm just like,
the
ah.
hope that your parents
child.
must have had.
Oh
Gardner.
man, the hope I have for this child right now.
Right.
I'm right
Hey,
now just
guys.
like this kid's gonna conquer the
Yeah.
world. Look at his spirit. Look at the
You know,
joy.
I loved you
and
in that
then
M.
you
Night
go to that
Shyamalan
one
movie.
That's just
Yeah.
a kid. This is the kind of kid that the Demon Brothers used to beat up.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Yeah.
You know what this kid was doing at this point
Well,
in life?
that's true.
This is a kid who lived
Well, his
in,
mom died of AIDS,
and lived
and then his dad played
who
football
lived
for
in Winter
Alabama.
Park, Florida,
Okay.
whose mom would take him to the beach every day.
Yes.
He'd strip off all his clothes
Oh.
and run around naked on the beach with his He-Man figures and
It's-
GI Joe.
It started there. It started there. Any lack of direction.
That
mom
was
could
my
have
life
given
at
you.
one
Is
point,
that the
and
ca-
it was pretty bleeping good.
Yeah.
That explains,
Was it
That
be-
explains why you're banned from Winter.
Yeah,
Park.
I'm about to say. Because every time you go back, you just strip naked and run to the beach.
Shout
playing
out
with your G.I.
Eastbrook
Joes.
Elementary.
Jeez.
Billy Fatpants says time is a mother effer.
Undefeated, baby.
And then you start living.
Right.
Right.
New England Patriots. And that's, but you know, that should be how you, if you were to speak to high school students, that should be like,
This is who I was,
yeah, this is
That's
how
right.
it was.
and this is who I am now, and this is who I'm gonna be.
I'm about to go smoke out back with the janitor.
Get it right, kids. Get it right.
Hmm. Speaking of getting it right,
Hillside Animal Hospital.
not only that, but they send over a contestant, a pretty damn good one, a Dr. Ed, to play a fun game that the people like to call Dogs on Film.
I screwed it up. We didn't officially welcome Dr. Ed, if that's around. too.
Dr. Ed. Dr. Ed. The good doctor is in.
God, that feels so good. I played that one time when I brought a lady over to my room.
Mhm.
I was like, all right, I'm taking my dog there. I was like, yeah, I'm going to tear that ass up.
Oh, no. What's the theme
I was
this week?
looking directly at Dr. Ed the entire time
Yep,
you were
waiting
saying that.
for
I'm
that.
like, I don't care what Travis has to say. I just want to watch the face change.
Dr. Ed's like, I could be cutting the balls off a
It's-
dog right now instead of hanging out with you idiots.
Yeah. he had a stoic face, look at Travis, and then Travis said what he said at the end there, and Dr. Ed just closed his eyes and shook
Went
his
to,
head.
went to Mizzou vet school for this.
Disappointed father.
Yeah.
No, it's because I'm disappointed because I couldn't think of anything to say.
Dr.
mad
Ed
at
has had a
himself.
busy week. He usually has a 10 one-liner list that he uses. Oh, Hillside Animal Hospital brings you Dogs on Film every week. Gardner,
man.
what's going on?
All right, Dogs on Film. It is a game sometimes about dogs, but a game always about film.
Mm.
So what we have is 6 total films.
Oh.
7 if we use the tiebreaker. So we have these 6 films to begin with. There we go. And we pit one film against another, and you guys have to guess which one has a better score on Rotten Tomatoes. And if you get it right, you get a point. If you don't, you don't get a point. So when we're done with those 3 sets of movies, we see who has the most points and declare a winner. If we have a tie, then we go to a 7th movie, a tiebreaker movie, that you have to guess closest to the actual score according to Rotten Tomatoes. So sometimes we'll do a big theme for the week. Others will do themes throughout, which is what we've done again for this week. And your themes are, the first one is, I'm trying to remember exactly how to say it. Oh, Best Cinematography winners for the 2000s.
Oh.
Best Cinematography winners for the 2000s. Your second theme has to do with movies set in college in some way. Set at a college or set in the college time frame.
Okay.
And then your final pairing and also your tiebreaker will have to do with sequels.
Oh, I love me some sequels.
So those are your themes
And
for
twins.
the week. And if you don't know the movie, we try to help you out a little bit. So my friend Sean will record some descriptions of these movies earlier in the week, and I'll edit it up and have those descriptions for you. So with each movie, you'll have a brief description that Sean has voiced. If
Okay.
that makes sense. So that's what we have for the game today.
Did he
And
voice this in a Libre mask, or did he do it without?
a what mask?
A Libre mask? Is it a Libra mask? A Nacho Libre mask? A Macho Libre mask? A Libre Macho mask?
Don't help.
You'll find out what it's called later in the game, actually.
Oh, nice.
What it's actually called.
Let it go until he says Nachos Bel Grande.
Yeah, we were
Because
getting
he's
there.
working his way
I
too.
was,
were
getting, I
getting
was
there.
getting to the Taco Bell
A
menu.
Libre
I'll stop while I'm ahead.
A Libre mask. Okay. Once again, your first set of movies is Best Cinematography winners of the 2000s.
I know these very well.
Do you?
I do not.
Okay. Well, we're about to find out. Here is your first one.
Tommy says hello.
Tommy, oh my friend Tommy. Did I see Tommy on the other day? He wasn't at the wrestling matches, was he?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. I'd have laid him out. All right. First up, we have Avatar, 2009, fantasy, sci-fi, 2 hours, 42 minutes. On the lush alien world of Pandora live the Navi, or Navi, beings who appear primitive but are highly evolved. Because the planet's environment is poisonous, human Navi hybrids called avatars must link to human minds to allow for free movement on Pandora. Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a paralyzed former Marine, becomes mobile again through one such avatar and falls in love with a Navi woman, Zoe Saldana. As a bond with her grows, he is drawn into the battle for the survival of her world. I have to cough. I don't know what's wrong with me, but man,
Cigarettes?
it's the furthest of my problems. Anyway,
What's your biggest problem?
first I have a disease, and the second one is my wife.
Oh no.
Did the Irish give you your disease?
Yes, yeah, the Irish.
Okay.
So, your first one is Avatar.
That was one movie, by the way.
All right.
What time did you catch Sean? Had he been on it for a little while? He sounded a little impaired.
This was on Monday. It's his off day. I caught him at about 2 o'clock. He's up early, though, watching Prices Right and stuff
Of course
like
it
that.
was.
All right, so Avatar going against...
Next up, we have The Aviator, 2004 drama, 2 hours, 50 minutes. Billionaire and aviation tycoon Howard Hughes, Leonardo DiCaprio, is a successful public figure, a director of big budget Hollywood films such as Hell's Angels, a passionate lover of Hollywood leading ladies, Katharine Hepburn, Kate Blanchett, and Ava Gardner, Kate Beckinsale, and an aviation pioneer who helps build TWA into a major airline. But in private, Hughes remains tormented, suffering from paralyzing phobias and depression. The higher he rises, the farther he has to fall.
Do you have any paralyzing phobias?
Yes, brown liquor. Can't drink it, can't smell it, makes me puke. No whiskey, no scotch, no bourbon, no.
You scared of anything else?
One thing, consummating the marriage. I just don't remember what to do anymore.
How long's he been married?
Well, he said 10 years last week. It's
Oh,
actually
no.
12.
Okay.
We figured that out. We had to get out the marriage certificate.
Sweet mercy.
Okay, so we have The Aviator versus Avatar. Best cinematography of the 2000s. You guys have to guess which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go with Travis first.
I am going with a film that is surprisingly good. Excuse me. Especially for the kind of movies that I prefer. So I would say it's The Aviator.
The Aviator for Travis.
Avatar, strictly because you did this to see Dr. Ed's reaction whenever Avatar wins.
Avatar for Chris.
I like that.
Dr. Ed.
I'm not against Avatar. I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna pick Avatar.
Oh wow.
Travis
Ed.
out on island.
And Chris. 82 for Avatar. 86 for The Aviator.
Those are good scores for those two movies.
Saw Dr. Ed thinking that one through. He was really trying to figure that one out.
Avatar is kind of one of those. That's a difficult one because Avatar, highest grossing film, so you're thinking, well, its highest grossing has got to be somewhere in the 90s. But again, we talked about this previously. Avatar is just one of those movies that everyone saw and everyone happily forgot. I don't think anybody cares
Quickly
about
after,
Avatar at all.
People freaked out about the visual part of it, but then
Yeah.
you're right. No one is like, oh, I watch it going to bed. every
Right.
night."
Like, oh, when it's on, I stop what I'm doing to watch Avatar. No one does that. Ever.
You know what I just realized looking at the screen real quick here and we'll move on? But with my photo up there the way it was, it looks like you're memorializing me all the way through the show.
Yeah.
Looks like I've died.
Dr. Ed, what was your favorite part about Chris Gardner? Not much.
All right.
The setups.
The setup.
On to the next theme. College.
I love
College.
it. It was a good time, man. We did a lot of, you know what
All
I mean?
right.
Hey, you
Let's
was
get to the first one.
there. Okay.
Next up, we have Old School, 2003 comedy, 1 hour and 33 minutes. That's more like it. After discovering his girlfriend, Juliette Lewis, has been participating in group sex, attorney Mitch, Luke Wilson, feels his world has come undone. He moves into a new place, which happens to be near a college campus, and tries to get his life back together. Two of his best friends, Frank, Will Ferrell, and Beanie, Vince Vaughn, start hanging out at Mitch's house, eventually turning the place into a wild party pad, much to the ire of the college dean, Gordon Cheese Pitchard, Jeremy Piven. Yes, I was in college, and I got kicked out of my fraternity.
For what?
Not paying the dues. I went through all the rigmarole, but then I didn't have any money to pay the dues. Oh well, f*** it. Phi Capital. This is the College of Santa Fe. Yeah, and my fellow fraternity brothers they were older cats. Yeah, it was the weirdest place. It was not a regular fraternity.
Have you ever had a nickname?
They called me Breeze for a long time.
Why is that?
Because I ran like the wind. Because I was the fastest white boy on earth 100 pounds ago. I went to school at 7,000. Only one black guy could beat me. Yeah. Rex Huff. He was fast. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
That's all he had to
Shout
say.
out to Rex.
Yeah. All right. So Old School is your first one.
Were you very fast, Dr. Ed?
Never.
Yeah, me
I
either.
used to think I was, but never.
God, that's
First time you have a track meet with a school. It's a little better.
From the suburban north.
I do surgery fast, but I don't run fast.
a wake-up call for everybody.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh.
Happened
I got you, Francis Howell.
yeah.
Oh.
Who's McClure North?
I'm so glad you
Happened
said
to
that
me.
because I've always wondered what are their school's reactions
Happened to
when
me.
people get off the bus. When we get off the bus, I'm like, I wonder what they're thinking.
They
now
play-
I know.
They
What's
play
that?
football different than our team does.
Tell you,
Hey man, how many passes they gonna throw? What the hell is this?
happened to me in 4th grade. It was a basketball. It was an AAU tournament in Belleville, and it didn't seem real fair. I was real.
Hey man,
I was
they
like-
doing what they do on NBA Live. I don't know if I like this.
I was real. Between that and Hoop It Up with Anthony Bonner's kids teams.
Honestly,
that was,
I think Hoop It Up is why this city is so segregated now.
right. Yeah.
Hey, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
shit, they playing for real. Oh, they wasn't. Oh, my bad.
Why can't we play Hazelwood West?
just look at the schedule. The schedule comes out.
Give us
oh.
West. None of the other ones.
All right, so what's the other movie?
Haddonville too? Oh my god. We'll buy a casino.
Quite shocking. It's quite shocking.
So
Like,
funny.
I've been killing my neighbor that's 4 years older than me
That's always-
outside.
that's basically the reaction from Hazelwood West.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Riverview, Hazelwood East, Pattonville in the same week? Ah!
All
That's
right.
funny.
Old School was your first college.
Okay.
Here's your second one.
All right. Next we have Revenge of the Nerves.
You having some anxiety?
Knives never bothered me. Next up, we have Revenge of the Nerds, 1984, comedy, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Geeky college students Gilbert, Anthony Edwards, and Lewis Robert Carradine are evicted from their dormitory when the Alpha Betas, who recently burned down their own fraternity house by accident, confiscate the building. When the college forces the freshmen to live in the gym, Gilbert, Lewis, and their fellow dorks relocate to a rundown house. When Alpha Betas, led by Jock Stan, Ted McGinley, repeatedly humiliate them, the nerds plot revenge. Is that a Carradine of the Carradines?
I'm glad because when he said it, I was curious. Yes, he is David Carradine's brother. Robert Carradine was indeed related to David.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just.
I didn't have
discovered-
an answer for Sean.
Yeah, I
That's why
wasn't sure.
stopped there.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Andy did.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Nice.
And
Okay,
yeah,
smart guy.
Add
What do you
Robert
got here?
Carradine also to the actors from the '80s that we would like to see
Yeah.
again and stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
So we have Revenge of the Nerds versus Old School. Travis, why don't you go first again?
Man, oh man, I feel like this is one of those traps. But I'm gonna go with my heart. As much as I love Revenge of the Nerds, God, did I ever? I'm going. God, no, that's my bias showing. That's what Gardner wants me to do. I'm going Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay.
I'm going Old School.
I'm just mad because he didn't pick, Animal House. But that would have been an easy one,
Yeah.
easy win. I got to go with old school, I guess. I have to.
Travis?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Revenge of the Nerds is 70. Old School is 60.
Yeah.
So
The
old
game's
school,
over.
old school's fresh, but that's some bias showing. That was a funny movie, right? Or was
What,
I?
old school? No, old
Yeah.
school was funny, but
Comedies
I'm
get
starting,
treated weird.
I'm-
I don't know.
Look, it's like now what I've learned now with this game, it's like playing in the NCAA. You know it's corrupt, but if you're going to get in front of the cameras, if you want to play in front of 100,000 people, you got to just play by the rules. And so therefore, I'm understanding how stupid Rotten Tomatoes is. So you got to think like the stupids. And that's what I do now.
Okay.
Okay.
Travis, you got 2. Dr. Ed and Chris nil.
Is this
You
the
have
first time
1.
I've ever dunked on an entire game? I think it's over with now, right?
It is, but do we want to continue?
Can I parlay my points since I've already won
No.
to Great American
I
Race?
went on a 6-week streak where I didn't miss one.
Okay,
Wow.
let's go for it. Let's go for 3. I go three for 3.
Do we want to continue?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's get
let's
this
do
party
it.
going, baby.
Yeah.
This next pairing, sequels. Sequels.
Okay.
And your tiebreaker that we'll play as well will also be a sequel. Here you go.
Here we go. Jesus help me.
Next up, Lethal Weapon 2, 1989, thriller action, 1 hour 58 minutes. South African smugglers find themselves being hounded and harassed by Martin Riggs, Mel Gibson, and Roger Murtaugh, Danny Glover, 2 mismatched Los Angeles police officers. However, the South Africans are protected by diplomatic immunity, and so the pair is assigned to witness protection duty in an attempt by their captain, Steve Kahan, to keep his job. It is only when their witness, Joe Pesci, reveals to them that he has already dealt with the smugglers that the trouble really starts.
Remember the old guy going, diplomatic immunity, and then he shoots him in the head?
No,
Yeah.
that was rude.
It was rude.
It was rude.
And then Danny Glover followed up with something like,
Has
It's
been
just
revoked.
been revoked.
Yeah, that was good.
yeah.
Like, diplomatic immunity. And then Danny Glover just shoots him in the face. I'm
Good
like,
scene.
Man, that was good. That's when we
Yeah,
learned
he
it.
shoots him in the forehead from,
Like
75 yards away.
17,000 feet away.
With a handgun.
With a handgun. One of the heaviest handguns in America.
Have you ever seriously? Have you ever gone to a shooting range?
Yes.
And you know how it's impossible.
I
Extremely
know it's
difficult.
incredibly about those things are
I hope
hand
nobody hit-
cannons.
I'm in a silo in a place in the middle of Iowa. I'm from me to Gardner with a 22 pistol, with 5 of the biggest raccoons you've ever seen. Didn't want to send a dog, and I was like, I'm just gonna. It took 3 times to even hit one of a giant. It doesn't work like that, kid.
What, did you turn it sideways?
That's where I blew it. That's where I blew it.
Probably screwed
Yeah.
up there.
Right.
All right, what's the other movie?
Okay. Lethal Weapon 2 going against.
Next up, Rocky II, 1979. Drama, sport, 2 hours. Although working class Philadelphia boxer Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone,
Who?
Sylvester Stallone, lost his high-profile bout with the cocky world champion Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers. His Cinderella story has caught the national sports media's attention, and he now has the opportunity to capitalize on his sudden fame. Meanwhile, Creed is still smarting from nearly losing to some palooka no one has ever heard of, and arrogantly prods his newfound nemesis back into the ring. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He is a palooka.
What's a palooka?
A palooka. It's Rocky. It's a palooka. I remember when I was a kid, one of my favorite Christmas gifts was a Joe Palooka. Yeah. You blew it up like it was a big, and there was a guy, standing there with 2 boxing gloves and a head, and you're supposed to punch him in the face, and every time he'd come right back, and and you could just punch him all day, and he'd keep coming back.
Ba-da-da,
Da-da-da.
da-da-da.
I watched Creed the other day.
You like it?
Yeah, it was okay. And Rocky actually looked like
All right. Rocky 2 versus Lethal Weapon 2.
By the way, Stallone wrote Rocky, I think, in a week. And it was his first ever script, and he had no money.
That doesn't
Like
make
had
sense.
next to nothing.
It got turned down by 2 or 3 places
But yeah,
or more.
But yeah, and then it went on his first
Won an Oscar.
won an Oscar. What a genius! I think that story's gonna be fun. I'm going with Rocky 2.
Rocky 2 for Travis. Dr. Ed.
Yeah, I have to go with Rocky 2.
Rocky 2 for Dr. Ed.
Do you really want to put up a goose egg? You want to be that guy today?
Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Lethal Weapon from Chris,
There we go.
Dr. Ed, and Travis.
Little respect.
73 for Rocky 2. 83 for Lethal Weapon 2.
Can we agree that
Next
just...
week, can we do Lethal Weapon 3 versus Rocky 3? Or-
Yeah.
Just do those.
Don't look them up because maybe I will and see how the scores are.
We all agree that's just stupid and wrong, right?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. You're not going to put Lethal Weapon 2 over
Seems-
Rocky 2. That seems...
Seems good to me.
Diplomatic immunity. It's pretty good.
just so bad.
Did you want the tiebreaker one?
Nah, might as well. We're here.
All right, here was the tiebreaker.
Can I do that one again? Because I don't know what the story's all about. So I'm starting over. And now for the tiebreaker. National Treasure, Book of Secrets. One of Gardner's favorites. 2007, caper story, thriller, 2 hours, 11 minutes. Historian Ben Gates, Nicolas Cage, and his father, Patrick, John Voight, are surprised by Mitch Wilkinson's Ed Harris claims that their ancestor was a conspirator in the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, based on a missing page of Booth's diary that he possesses. Oh. Outraged, together with his wife, Abigail, Diane Kruger, and his best friend, the writer Riley Poole, Justin Bartlett, they head to France, England, Washington, D.C., and the Black Hills of South Dakota to collect clues to prove his honor.
Did you enjoy wrestling the other night?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Did you like that luchador mask you were wearing?
Luchador. Is that a fancy name for a Mexican wrestling mask?
I showed it on the show. I took a picture of you.
Oh.
And while you were drinking with 2 hands.
I got bad thumbs. I can't hold a glass.
Do you have small hands?
No, my hands are fine. They're regular. They're proportionate. Yes, I have a small but that's okay. I got a yam sack you wouldn't believe. Kathy, I got out of the bathroom. Get out of there.
Jesus Christ.
Did you ever think you'd hear yam sack?
I debated whether or not to even leave that in there. I was close to cutting it. I didn't want to put that in front of Dr. Ed, but I'm like,
You gotta.
I'm going to let that one go today.
Doctor, have you ever been to wrestling at the South Broadway Athletic Club?
No.
We went for the first time the other night, and Sean showed up, and it was amazing.
He had a luchador mask on.
Book
All
of-
right.
Book of Secrets.
I got a yam sack.
What's on page 47? Everyone wants to know in National Treasure. Number 3.
What do you want me to answer? What's on that page?
No, you don't know.
I kind of have an idea.
Dr. Ed, what
yeah,
do you think?
you're wrong. Closest to the actual score.
You know, in enjoyable movie, but rating-wise, I got to go with a 55.
I'll say 42.
42.
I'm going 65.
65 for Travis. It's a 36. Chris got that one.
Book of Secrets is the 36.
They do not treat the National Treasure franchise well on this website.
36. It
And
wasn't that bad.
So here's a look. It's entertaining to me. I enjoy it. That's all I really care about.
It was good.
I will watch them over and over.
It's a good story. I think they're good stories. I think they are.
It's just fun.
They're
and
just fun historical stories. It's like an adult. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like you learn about history, learn
some
about
of
locations.
history. I mean, they
Yeah, then-
take some liberties there.
I mean, sort of. But isn't history taking liberties? Damn, that's
Great
powerful.
point.
Write that down.
Yeah. Wow.
Rest in power.
Oh, no.
Well, guys, I won again. I think I'm 2-0 since I've returned back from New York.
Are you getting smarter?
I think
Did the streets
being
of New York?
I think
did
it
the
did.
street
I'm
of Sesame
because
make
I'm
you
street
smarter?
smart.
Oh.
I'm double street smart, so I know what's good on the Sesame Street,
If
and
you're so smart, why should you watch still in New York time?
because that's where my mind. I'm in a New York state of mind.
Oh, wow.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Don't tell him, Dr. Ed. We're trying to get him to show up on time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Ooh, yeah.
Dr. Ed, we had some good news this past weekend. Guest of the show, Jason Pippy, did some great stuff with Gateway Pet Guardians. Over $40,000 was raised through the Shelter Potty weekend, and then regionally, over $300,000, I believe.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it really. I mean, this was Gateway's idea. They've done it, I think, the 3rd year now, and this year they got other shelters and organizations to join in, and
It's amazing.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So if you all want to, Dr. Ed's literally going over to the new Gateway Pet Guardian shelter after this over in East St. Louis. They do great work. If you ever want to be part of that, they're always accepting volunteers, donations, all that good stuff. And then also remember, 314-645-2141 is how you call. You can call and talk to Dr. Ed personally. He'll sit there and wait by the phone for you. Or visit him in person at 5325 Manchester. Take your pets to Hillside Animal Hospital. That means a lot to us. That means a lot to Dr. Ed. And
They
he
have caller
supports us.
ID, Travis, so they won't.
Yeah.
Damn it, they'll know it's you.
They'll know that. Gardner, you have anything else? We could just wrap up the show, my friend. I don't know if there's any notices we need to get to or important things on your list of executables.
Do you mind if we show a video real quick? Just one
Please.
from yesterday's show. Dr. Ed could watch it with us, too. It's from our interview with Brian Owens.
Oh, wow.
And I wanted
Super
to,
talented guy.
Yeah, to put that out there, too, because...
He's performing with Michael McDonald September 29th for a big charity event.
Let me pull that up here.
So to that point, we had him on yesterday. He's a very serious musician, great guy, and a lot of fun, a fun interview. Very real credits and very real chops. So just to...
Just a
Say it.
refresher of the fun we had on yesterday's show.
Trav, you ready for this? I don't remember that song.
No, that's
Ring of Fire. That's
It's a burning thing, it makes fire ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. It's too early to go with that. I know the acoustics
Yeah.
sometimes in here.
No, here's what-
I know. I get it because I do the same.
Well, he's
thing.
an artist.
Travis,
the
well,
reason-
when you're
the
done,
reason-
Travis, you do yours
yeah.
now.
Oh no!
I want to hit
Leave the room immediately.
But I feel I'm
Yeah.
with you. That's why I don't go there this
What
early
song
in the
was that?
morning. That was something. something
What song was that?
Something I have been.
Sorry, Road.
That sounded like some
Sesame
Street. That's
I don't know if people are, it
something
was
I've
a
been
song
working
I wrote.
on.
Oh, boy.
Oh no!
Oh, no, Gardner.
This guy has a video with 25 million views on YouTube.
That's nice.
Modest Mouth again. Another fine
It is the
performance.
night. I'm not his feet. I'm on the run. No time to sleep.
This was good. I don't know why.
I'm never doing this show again. This is amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
How does Mike fry?
Oh, he's getting sauce.
That was good. I ain't gonna lie. That was good, man.
We're doing it that night. We're doing it that
Whoa!
No,
you
no,
just
no,
got
no, 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 no,
I'm
no.
back.
Oh,
No, no, no.
Where was I?
oh my
Say,
gosh!
we're doing it that night after the show.
You proud of yourself, Gardner?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're not here, Dr. Ed.
You know what? It's a mouth band, Modest Mouth.
We force real artists to perform with.
I'm sure Dr. Ed
Gardner's
would enjoy
mouth
that.
band.
We could probably play that on the hill somewhere. Oh, I'm going to ask you off the air. I got to ask Dr. Ed some questions about the current feud on the hill.
Where do you side on the Amagetti?
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot and
Ah,
get you.
we can talk about it if you got the time.
We got a
It's up to
minute.
you.
Let's,
What?
let's hear it. This is a story.
Wait, what is this?
Man.
Hold on, man.
Have
'Cause
you
I
heard
don't want to
this?
be privy to the
Yeah,
business on the
yeah,
hill because
yeah.
I don't want to be. Look, that ain't my business, man. So where's the story?
Well, there's just some
Being
issue.
covered by everyone.
Yeah, there are two, I guess, groups that are going at it right now. Well, there's a new deli, I guess, on the hill that used to be Amagetti's
Okay.
that has opened up, but they're being sued by their old partner, I guess, for using Amagetti's sauce, or not even be. They're not supposed to be able to
There's
like
a-
sell
wait,
sandwiches and
Wait, so there's a dispute on the hill over
Well,
sauce.
one of them owns the name Amagetti's.
Yeah.
You know, but they have a difference of opinion on how to make the sandwiches, so it kind of blew up. And so the guy who
One
runs
said
the deli-
pepperoncinis with stems. One said pepperoncinis without stems.
And after having gone in and seen pepperoncinis with stems in the sandwiches, the quality could not be trusted.
You know, I've eaten Amagetti's specials, and I do like them, but I'm not a fan of the really hard bread. You know, and
I
I
agree.
mean,
I'm not a fan of hard bread on my
yeah.
sandwich.
And
I
that's
know.
but
That
that's
defeats the
that's
purpose.
another thing that people love, or like that is it's polarizing, isn't it?
well,
Like
yeah,
that.
it's just a personal choice, but I just don't like that for my sandwich.
I feel you there.
And I
man.
get that, because if you're gonna ask me about bread on the hill, a lot of people say Amagetti's, and like oh, we used to go there after church, leave St. Ambrose, go there and get that, and I'm like, Well, you know, Adriana's has really good bread. If
So
you
there's
want
a-
some bread like
There's
that.
a
Our boy
sauce.
Gilbert's
Adriana's
big
is my
thumbs up
favorite,
on that.
but I've heard some inside scoop.
Oh,
Oh.
everybody.
The judge who's just presiding over this case is
Yeah.
going to have both parties write down their recipes, okay,
Uh-huh.
and put them in a sealed envelope. And if it's just one sesame seed off, if there's a difference, then he can call it whatever he wants.
So he just is it literally gonna
This
be
is old school.
a taste test?
Actually, that's what. If I were the judge, I'd say, make me a sandwich, each of you.
I'm about to say,
So
is that what the judge just said?
write it down.
Be like,
and
write it
also-
down.
and make it as well.
Bring me 2 sandwiches with some sauce. If you got soup, I can help as well.
I'll be alone in my chambers for 45 minutes.
Now, if whoever brings the proper vest soda, that does help your argument.
Yeah. Is this an episode of Seinfeld or what is
I don't know.
this? This is
I'm
amazing.
looking for a hashtag or a headline, something to
Yeah.
name, like a Watergate type title for
No,
this situation.
die on this hill.
And just to be clear, just so when I go
Yeah.
to my community meetings later this week, there is a sauce and deli war on the hill.
You are not
That
going
I-
to believe what they're fighting about.
I'm about
over
to
here.
say, y'all won't believe what's going on the hill. There's a real fight
Bakery, sandwich.
over deli
Yeah.
sandwiches.
This
Okay.
is the hill.
This is big.
You know what? Respect. I respect it. I like that.
It's passion, man.
Now, but this does hit at the credibility, though, of the mystique that's the hill, because usually these problems are solved other ways. Now they're using lawyers. How do you
I
feel
think-
about that? Back in the
I
day,
think
Dr.
that's
Red, there were
probably
different
dated.
ways.
I think that's probably dated the way you're looking at it.
I'm just saying, I think back in the day, we used to go down to the park. Hey, you got my sauce? That's my sauce. All right, use your sauce on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
You don't know some of the stories.
Okay.
You know,
They're very
this
real.
is not related to. There's a great restaurant who I know the owners and their friends, Anthonino's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
that used to be a bar. Okay, I think I want to say past stories, but I won't swear to it. But anyway, before it was Anthonino's, well before. One Sunday morning, the owner of that bar had gone in to just check on some things and was sitting in his car on a Sunday morning, and somebody just walked down the street and shot him in the head.
Oh,
Yeah. And for a long time, the police were at a dead end. I mean, I think people knew what had happened, but for a long time there was just
chilling. Jesus.
and it was from a feud from like 20 years before.
Jeez.
Yeah, this guy had carried this grudge for so long, and he just
Wow.
it was really an old man.
Oh my
He seized on the
God.
opportunity and shot this guy he had a grudge
What?
with from 20 years previously.
Was he Italian?
I think that's a given. Yeah.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up. Oh, my
Italians
gosh.
can carry lunch pails to work, and they can carry grudges.
Yeah.
I do know that.
They used to carry bricks in their lunch pails.
Oh, boy.
Damn.
So, Travis,
you
you've
guys
been
opened this door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Travis, you've been asking a lot of questions you probably shouldn't today,
I know.
or making comments. that-
There are a lot, but you know what? I'm on the grid. I'm gonna get
Well,
got.
now,
at some
can I have
point.
another minute to
Oh,
clarify?
please.
Yes.
About the bricks. It's not for what you think.
Oh.
You know, they used to have the clay mines right down in Manchester, literally right across the street from from Hillside, and that's where they made all the bricks. That's why St. Louis is so popular with bricks.
Right.
Okay. Well, it was all the Italian men from the Hill, including my grandfather, who used to work there. And the Italian men would bring a lunchbox, and they'd eat their lunch, and they'd bring home one brick every day in their lunchbox. And if you drive down some of the alleys, still there, these tiny little rickety old garages, they're made with different colored bricks because it just depends on what color brick they were making that day. And you can still see some of those.
So you
on the
could
hill.
slowly build,
One brick at a time.
literally one brick at a
One
time.
brick at a time. They bring home a brick every day in their lunchbox.
Okay, that's
True
kind of
story.
that's a
Pretty
pretty that's a
amazing.
pretty dope ass story.
You ever go see
That's
the
a really
river
cool-ass
River
story.
de Pere right over by your
Oh
office?
boy,
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
go down this week.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
and if
Have you ever gone into those tunnels?
Eh.
We should do that one day.
Oh boy.
National secrets.
Oh God,
Mound City.
please.
National Treasure, Mound City.
Yeah.
Big thanks to all our sponsors today.
Sure, they're happy.
Hillside Animal Hospital supports us. So does St. Louis Counseling Services. Big fan of theirs. The podcast, Mental Health Matters. Dr. Ed, Travis, myself, we've all been guests on it. You can check it out online, and be sure to check out stlouiscounseling.org for more information about counseling services in the St. Louis area. I teased it a few times. I have a meeting today, but we've got a big comedy announcement coming up. But then this week, we're doing a not permanent, but we'll see, show at Gaslight. So Thursday at Gaslight, 8:30. We have a great lineup for you set up as well. And big comedy announcements this week. I promise we will make that happen. For Gardner, for Nathan, the audio engineer, for Travis, for Dr. Ed, I'm Chris Denman, the Karate Master from 1993.
Look at that, Judge.
We're back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.